Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Legends of Novus. Today we're going to do another solo gameplay. This time we're going to feature Shandrill, the Priestess of Braell. So she is a priest class character. She can advance to other classes in the game. But to start with, she has the ability to gain extra combat roll or extra combat modifier to undead creatures. She cannot be cursed, and she has a special defense ward mechanism where she can gain +2 to combat this turn, but she won't earn any rewards for it if she wins combat. So it's kind of a way to help her in combat, but doesn't reap as much of the benefits for it. Now, you'll notice on the view screen this time around that I haven't done previously, I've included the location guide. And that's just to help you have a better idea of where I'm traveling to instead of just with the quick cards that I have here. So I won't be able to see that on the screen at the same time, and that might affect the visuals, but just bear with me and let's travel through the world of Novus with Shandrill. As always, we start in the capital city, Vase City, and if we have a look at Vase City, we'll just pull it up on here. So when we get to Vase City, you will see that when you sell an item in Vase City, you gain extra gold pieces. So if you're planning to sell items and you're in the vicinity, it's a great city to sell it in. And thieves actually get an extra bonus of +10 gold. So that is what that's all about. To start with, we'll shuffle up the deck. So you know I didn't stack it to make myself win. We'll shuffle, shuffle. And we get to draw one adventure card and one reward card. This time around we have a precise strike, which will help in combat. They can gain +5 to any combat roll for the entire turn. So good against quest creatures and good in tough battle. And then rare gems selling ability to sell for 50 gold. Alright, so it's the beginning of my first turn, so we'll leave the clock at 0. And I'm going to cash in this 50. You're allowed to cash anything with money, you can cash in at any time. So I'll gain 25 and 50. But at the beginning of my turn, I have the ability to sell. I can buy one adventure or one reward card for 25 gold. I'm going to use that ability right now and get myself a new reward card in hopes of drawing a weapon or armor. And look at that, we found some aura armor, which is specifically for priests, but you'll note on there you have to have at least 10 XP to equip it. That's good news later in the game, so we'll gladly keep that and begin our quest. So I'm going to start the round by making my way south. I'm going to make my way right to Braell as quick as I can and gain some extra XP. So I'm allowed to travel 2 steps, and I roll a travel die. Encounter. Now the abandoned wastelands I would have walked by, so I'll show you that since we're playing around with the location guide this turn. So abandoned wastelands, undead creatures get stronger, and if you explore there you get to battle an undead. So a good place for a priest to go, but we're not going there just yet. We want to get some power first. So I've traveled south, have an encounter card. I have to flip the draw creature card, and look at that. It is an undead. But we're not in abandoned wastelands. We kind of traveled through, so it doesn't get +2. But I do. So it has a +3 to their combat roll, and bladed weapons provide a -1 bonus. I don't have a weapon, so don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to have a combat modifier of 1 plus my, I guess I should add my experience token here. I'm at 3 experience. So you'll see on here I have automatic +1. It's just part of the game. So my combat value right now is 2 compared to the skeleton's 3, but I also gain the +3 for undead creatures. So I'm going to gain +5 to my roll to his +3, because I have a good chance of winning. And if I lose, I only lose 1 experience anyway, so not so bad. Combat roll goes. 7 + 3 is 10. I have 10 + 5 is 15. So Shandrill defeats the skeleton on her travel south to Braell. And for that victory, I gain 1 experience point. And I will gain 1 reward card. And since I didn't use my special ability, I get that reward card. I found myself an enchanted helmet. It gives a combat modifier of 2 and can ignore special ability of creatures that cause you to discard cards or destroy cards. And that is good because there's quite a few creatures that like to destroy your equipment. So got there safely. Onto my recovery phase. I will equip that head armor, which will boost me up by 2 for combat. And that is the end of turn 1. On to turn number 2. So I will take that 1-step travel to fail. Roll the travel die. We have safe travels, so I will gain 10 gold pieces. Now this is the priest city. So when you land on a city that matches your icon for the first time of the game, you'll get +2 experience and a reward card. And that's just kind of built into the rules. So 1, 2 experience and a reward card. Give myself a potion of strength. So on my recovery phase, that is a great item to keep. I don't want to sell that. I'll gain +5 to my combat when I use it, but you have to have it in an equipment slot in order to use it. So I'm going to place that now at the end of my turn, and turn 2 has come to an end. Before I go any further, I'm going to explore in my own home city. It doesn't give me any advantage, but it does. That's what I want to do now. So when I explore, I will draw the top adventure card. It is not an encounter, so it just goes to my hand. And for the second part of my explore phase, I get to pick an adventure or reward card. I'm going to draw a reward card. I found myself a bow and arrow. So I'm going to go into my recovery phase, equip said bow and arrow. It's a 2-handed weapon. It gives me a 1 combat bonus. I'm up to 5 there. And it actually gets an extra bonus against certain types of creatures. So I'll have to remember that when we're in combat. And what I didn't show you was Braell. So let me just pop open Adobe here, and we're going to go to the city of Braell. So again, the first time you visit it, if you're a priest class, you gain 2 experience and 1 reward. And this location allows you to purge curses away from you, which I can't get anyway, but for other classes, if they want to survive or destroy curses, they can go to Braell. Alright, so that's the end of turn 3. Remember, our goal is to defeat 3 quest creatures by the time turn 20 ends. So I'm now going to travel back to the abandoned wastelands, and I think I'm going to seek out. No, maybe not. Where can we go? Let's pull up the guide one more time so you guys have a visual. There is a place you can go as an early. Where do we want to go to entertain you? Go to Cosmetics Keep and just explore life on the dangerous side. In Cosmetics Keep, you will see that you can. In Cosmetics Keep, there's a chance you'll fight the Lich, but there's also a good chance you get a magical item, and I think that's what I'm going to seek out here. So I'm going to travel over to Cosmetics Keep as quickly as I can. It's going to take me 2 steps to get to the abandoned wastelands. And roll that travel. That is safe travels, so I'll gain 10 gold pieces. And at the end of my turn, I will go up in turn. At the beginning of my turn, I could buy a new piece of thing, or I can save my money. I'll save my money. Could explore here and try to fight an undead, but I'm not quite that strong yet. So I'm going to travel to Cosmetics Keep. 1, 2. Roll that travel die. I found a reward card, so I'm going to draw that. Ooh, I've got another helmet. Doesn't help me much. I already have a helmet on. It's about the same power, so that's okay. And that's the end of that turn. So turn 5 has come to an end. Turn 6 begins, and I'll do what I promised to do. I'm going to explore Kismatic's Keep. And just looking back, refer to the guide here. Roll a d10 when you explore at the keep. If you roll a 1 or 2, you must battle Kismatic. If not, flip cards from the reward deck over until I reveal a magical item. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to roll this d10. If it's a 1 or 2, I have to duel Kismatic. That's unfortunate. I was really hoping for the magic item. So here's Kismatic. Kismatic is an undead Lich Lord that has a 17 attack power, and I would lose 3 experience if he defeats me, which he most likely would, although I've got a couple of things I could do here. So let's take a look here. First I have to follow his Magical Blast. If I have to roll a d10 and add my XP, if it's less than 15, I lose abilities and bonuses of any magical equipment, which would include my helmet and my potion of strength. So roll that, add my XP to the roll, so 10 plus my 16, or 5, 6 is 16, so I defeated that. I still get that effect. Here we go. Shandrill facing the second undead of the game. Let's just go back and revisit what our stats are. So 1 base stat plus, I'm at 6 XP, so 2. Let's go back to the beginning. Was that 1 base stat plus 2 for my experience, plus 2 for my helmet, plus 1 for my bow. So right now, and she gets an extra plus 3 versus undead. We're just going to put it on here for now. 1, 2, 3. So she's a plus 9. And then I could use my potion of strength. If I win a single round of combat this turn, I win the battle. And my precise strike. So the great thing about the way the mechanics are is I can use those after the rolls are done. So I can roll, and if I don't like the result, I can then imbibe the potion to survive, or do my precise strike, or both. So I'm going to fight Kismatic. So Shandrill versus Kismatic, the Lich Lord. Roll him first. Let's see what he does. He has a 7, so he's up to 24. I will roll my die. I have 9 plus 9 is 18, which means in order to defeat him, I need to use both of these. He's at 24, and like I said, I'm at 18, so even 5 would only get me 23. So I'm going to imbibe this potion. So that gives me plus 5 more for this combat. And so I could have used her ability to get me over the top, but I really want those the magic item reward and the 100 gold pieces. So I am going to use my precise strike. So I get plus 10, plus 19. So I've defeated Kismatic because my potion says if I defeat him in a single round, I win the battle. That's only useful against quest cards. So sorry, Kismatic, you have fallen to the very early rounds of Shandrill's adventure, earning her 5 experience. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 1 magical item. So I'm just going to take off those 3 points from my undead bonus there, and take a look at this. I'm at 11, so she now has a plus 3. So just going to fix my combat there. Now I will look for my reward. So what I would do is I would flip cards over from the reward deck. Oops, flip this deck over, and I'm just going to look until I find a magical item. And I'm doing it this way just for speed's sake. Magical items are blue, by the way, so it makes it easier to sift through. Flip it over, shuffle the deck, and I have earned myself a Ring of the Elements. I can discard a card at any time to gain plus 2 combat twice per turn. I will draw that card, and then I will gain my 100 GP. Not a bad haul there. 1, 2, 3, 4. got the money, she's got the equipment, and she's defeated a Lich Lord, so she's on a really good run. I'm going to flip him over. He's defeated. Nobody else could fight him if it was a multiplayer game. 4 cards in my hand. I'm now on my recovery phase. I am over level 10, which means I get to upgrade my character if I'd like to. And why would you not want to? So when you're over level 10, you can, or at level 10 or higher, you can become any advanced class that shares a class with yourself. So in this case, it has to be a priest. I can be a necromancer, a spiritual saint, and a perfect paladin, which I think I've been before in a prior visit. And then there's the mage monk. So I've got some really good armor. I don't think I need to be a mage monk. They get specialties for not wearing armor. Spiritual saint is not bad, relies on allies and discarding cards, and I really like the cards in my hand, so I don't think it would be ideal for me to be her right now. And animate dead for the necromancer means you can pull any card out of the discard pile, creature pile, and they can become your ally. So it would make the most sense to become a perfect paladin, but because I've already done that, I'm going to instead become the spiritual saint. So when you become the spiritual saint, that class card goes on top of your current class abilities and you lose those abilities. So I no longer get the undead bonus or the other things underneath. I go up by 1 combat value, but it's not over. When you read that, you may automatically escape from non-flying creatures. You gain travel +1. That's a good bonus in this game to get around the world. And you automatically gain a Pegasus ally when you become spiritual saint. So Pegasus ally. See if I can find a Pegasus ally here. So I'm just going to use the wolf. I don't think I have it included right now. My apologies, but Pegasus ally. Oh, yeah, I do. There's the Pegasus ally. So Pegasus ally goes on an item slot, and they're like an item, but they're not an actual item. They just fill an item slot so that they have a location to go, and you can't overdo it with them. Gives you +3 combat value during battles, and if an effect would cause me to lose an item, I could just destroy the ally. I also gain flying. So let's boost my combat by 1, 2, 3. I now have 11 combat, and I'm now a spiritual saint. That being said, I'm over 10 XP, so I can now equip this glorious armor that I got at the beginning of the game. So my combat value cannot be lowered by abilities or events. I can't have head item equipped, and I have to have at least 10. So the downside is I have to return this to my hand. But the armor is worth it. So I'm going to go up a net gain of 3 more for having that armor. Everything's sliding here because I accidentally moved my character sheet. Get this out of the way. Okay. Sorry, like I said, bear with me. So, Shandrill is now got 11 experience, spiritual saint, or his armor, still equipped with a bow, but now has a Pegasus ally, and can wear this ring of the elements as well. And a couple helmets in hand, which I could use to discard to my ring. And my last ability is the ability to turn animal creatures into allies of mine. So that's kind of cool as well if that situation comes up. All right, finally, we're at an end now. Last thing I can do is sell 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 135, 145, 155. That is 155 gold. Cha-ching. Trade that in, get 5 back. And 150 gold pieces actually can earn me 5 experience points. So pretty big boost there. Bring me up to 16. experience at the end of turn 6. So a nice string of luck there. Defeating the Lich Lord really gave her a boost, and I happen to have a couple of magical items that made that happen. All right, Shandrill. On to turn 7. You've defeated one creature. You've gained power. Your acrobatics keep, and now you can go on a run for your money. You got travel +1. What do we want to do? Well, we want to defeat some bad guys. Trying to do something, explore different areas than I fought in the other game. So I haven't defeated the demon in the past game or the dragon. Actually, I think we did the dragon, not fought the demon. So, 1, 2, 3 to the city of Vase. Roll the travel die. It's an encounter. Flip that creature over. It is a wraith. That wraith says roll a d10, add my XP. If it's less than 12, I'm defeated. So the only way I can lose is if I roll a 1, which can happen. So I am not automatically defeated. The wraith gets +6 to their attack roll compared to my +14 now, so I've become quite strong. As I've become a Legend of Novus, the normal creatures of the world become much easier to defeat, which is the entire idea. It's hard to be a legend if you can get defeated by minor creatures. So I'm going to fight it. I have 2, it has 5, so it has 11 total, and I have 16 total. The Wraith has been defeated. The Wraith is defeated. I gain 3 experience points. 1, 2, 3. Remembering again, the last time I looked at this, I was at 11, so when you're at 19 experience, you have 1 more attack. And then it gives me 1 reward card as well, so we'll draw that. If I do, and found yet another helmet. I've got 3 helmets in my possession, so I guess Shandrill is really fond of ripping helmets off of carcasses. All right, so we have found our way to Vase City. If you remember from before, Vase City would allow me to sell things for an extra 10 or an extra 5 GP. I'm not really in the market of trying to get gold right now. These helmets would be more useful to buff up my ring, so we're going to keep that on. In the Gladiators Arena, I'm really not in need of. It would let me fight creatures 3 times in a row, and would gain me experience each time I beat those creatures. But I'm trying to defeat quest creatures, so that's useful if you're trying to win through experience, which you would definitely do in player versus player mode, or in solo mode. If you get 40 experience before turn 20, you would win the game. So it's the end of my turn. Turn 7 is over. I'm going to travel 1, 2, 3. Roll my travel die. It is an adventure card, so draw that. Adventure card is an encounter, but because I'm not exploring, that doesn't trigger right now. So I'm safe there, and this turn comes to an end. And now I can make it over to Demonic Temple of Sick, where Asmai resides. Safe travels, surprisingly, to a demonic city. There's safe travels. It could happen. And turn 9 comes to an end. And then there we are. This is what I came here for, to battle Asmai. Asmai, the mind-crushing demon, starts off by rolling a d10, adding my XP, and if the result is less than 20, I have to discard my hand and try to run away. He just has that aura of fear about him, so let's see if Asmai's aura of fear affects me so. Roll a 6, it's not a 1. 6 plus my 19, 25, which is over 20, so I'm not scared of Asmai. Why do you think I came to fight you? Mine is a wonderful thing to lay waste to. So now I must fight Asmai. Asmai is plus 18 combat value and is worth 4 rewards. So his plus 18 to my plus 15. He does have an advantage. However, I have the ring at my disposal. That's what I'm depending on to give me that extra plus 4. There's no other abilities that I gain here. I'd have a bonus to escape, but I don't want to escape. I want to defeat Asmai. So Asmai, Your roll, my roll. Here we go. One. It's a best of 3 for this. Asmakai has rolled a 19, whereas I have a 0, which is 10, plus 15. So I have 25, he's 19, and I won the first round. I don't have a special potion this time, so I have to fight up to 3 rounds of battle, best of 3. So round 2, Asmakai has a 20. Well, I think I'm just smoking. 7 plus 15 is 22, and Asmakai is 20. So even with his advantage, I didn't have to use my ring. He was defeated now. Shandrill is on a roll. So Asmakai comes over here. Again, have a look at him. I'll gain 6 experience and 4 rewards. So great, reap the benefits of that. 6 experience brings me to 25. And my max combat bonus of plus 5. And I will draw 4 reward cards. So deal 2, 3, 4. Smoke and deal. Alright, and what have we gained here? We have a potion of invisibility. I can throw that on myself. That's handy. Scroll of travels, a short sword. Short sword is a +1 and doesn't help me any more than a bow, which I haven't even looked at. I should have gained a +1 against Asmakai because he flies, but didn't need that. I can equip the scroll of travels. Don't really need it just yet, but I might soon. And that leaves me with 7 cards in my hand. If you have any more than 5 at the end of your turn, you do have to discard 2. But that's okay. So we have extra cards. We will discard this heavy backpack that's useful for a fighter and not for me, and we will discard this cheap little helmet. So 5 cards in my hand, the end of the turn 10, and I've defeated 2 quest creatures. This game is going a lot different than some of the prior solo games. And you can see I'm quite stacked. I have a potion of invisibility, which will help me in combat or to escape. I have a scroll of travels, which means I could go to any location on the map if I use it. And that's what we'll do. This game could end up even shorter now as we use this scroll of travels. And we're going to take hightail it. What creature we've defeated? I think every creature on the map we have defeated at one point or another in the past solo games. So I have no inclination to defeat the dragon. I don't need to. Go and challenge the Krager Beast. So we're going to go to the Crystal Caverns. And inside the Crystal Caverns is where this Krager Beast will lie. Now, I can't fight him this turn because I just used my scroll to travel there. And the way is at the beginning of the adventure phase, skip the rest of your adventure phase, travel to any location. So it doesn't give me any benefit to landing there. I don't roll a travel die. I just get there, and my turn comes to an end because I have nothing else to do. So we're on to turn 12, and here we are, battling the Krager Beast. Krager Beast only has a +12 attack, and non-magical weapons don't provide a combat bonus. So for this particular battle, I'm going to go down by 1, which is not a big deal because I've got magic armor, magic ring, Pegasus, which isn't equipment, so it doesn't factor in. It's not a weapon. And to make this interesting, we are going to just discard this short sword and gain myself +2 for the round with my ring. I've got to specify it on the card. It should be +2 just for the combat roll. So 17 for this combat roll to his 12. Krager Beast rolls a 4. So they have 16, and I roll an 8. So I have 25. Defeated in round 1. Go back down. Let's see, my bonus expired. Round 2. Krager Beast has a 2, which is 14. And I have 3 plus 15 is 18. So the Krager Beast has been defeated. And now I would gain some rewards, gain some experience, but given that I just defeated my third quest in turn 12, that point is moot. Now in solo mode you can choose to keep on playing, so I could play and try to defeat more of these quest creatures. But I'm going to leave that glory for you when you get the chance to play Legend of Novus. See how far you can get. With 7 more turns at my disposal here, I might have been able to defeat quite a few more. But it was exciting. Shandrill starting off with a defeat on a little skeleton. She took him down, then moved on to slay a Lich Lord. Slayed a few other undead, another undead race in between, and then Asmokai and Krager Beast, equipped with some powerful armor, a Pegasus ally, a ring of the elements, a bow, and a potion that wasn't used. Exciting little match here, and proof that you can become a Legend of Novus in fewer than 20 turns, and in this case, fewer than 15 turns. If you'd like to give Legends of Novus a try, you could download this Tabletopia app on Steam. This game will see some changes in the coming months as we keep improving artwork, and character sheet has a revision coming up soon as well. Also, if you like real-life games, we're going to put this game on Kickstarter in mid-February of 2019. And our first game was Duel of the Dragons from Fundamental Games. That had a successful Kickstarter back in September and has since come to fruition. The games actually were just received by me on Friday, and they're getting shipped out tomorrow. And that's on Monday, November 27th, or 26th, whatever day it is today. Really thrilled to be able to present these cool fantasy games. Monsignius here actually was presented in Duel of the Dragons as a bonus card, so he's going to make an appearance in 2 games, originally designed for Legends of Novus. I just couldn't resist in bringing him to life in Duel of the Dragons. Alright. Well, again, thank you for traveling the world with me. This land of Novus is exciting to explore. Its creatures are challenging to defeat. And I've played this game multiplayer, and it's very fun with seeing what multiple people can do traveling the world. And next up on the agenda for what's going to come to Novus before the Kickstarter is a team mode where you can have 2 players versus 2 players, and a co-op mode where 2 to 5 players play together traveling the world however they see fit, but they can join up and face these quest creatures together. So it's going to be similar to solo mode with a game timer, but you have to defeat every single quest creature in a certain amount of time. That time will be determined on future playtests. So thank you for watching, and have a great day.